beyond a reasonable doubt.
Gavin later mentioned that there was a chance he could have been bamboozled by Craig Wright, but I personally think he never thought that Craig Wright was Satoshi, and he was in on it. Craig Wright has been someone who is known to have wanted to have a larger block size. It makes sense that Gavin named someone else as Satoshi because he wanted to win community support over the block size. If Bitcoin Core didn't know who Satoshi Nakamoto was, then why would they revoke Gavin's commit access as soon as he named Craig Wright as Satoshi? They upheld revoking his commit access despite knowing he wasn't hacked. It's almost like they didn't want to see any evidence because they already know who he is. Before I cut to the chase, there is one Reddit comment I want to read from Gavin. In this thread sharing an article about how Craig may have tricked Gavin, someone insinuated that Gavin might know a little bit more about the situation than he leads on. Gavin replied, "I won't violate people's privacy or repeat things told to me under non-disclosure agreements, so I'm stuck. I'm not going to say anything more, except I suspect someday the full story will come out, and it'll be made into a movie."
We saw how fast people could go. Then we saw possibilities to go faster, to relentlessly look forward in a never-ending cycle of fast. That's how we created running shoes for record-breaking moments. We did it again. We never stopped seeing possibilities. We never stopped asking ourselves, how do we go faster? And faster than ever before. We don't stop!
Yeah, get a bit of intuition.
What's one thing that you would tell your younger self?
Stop being afraid of just making mistakes and just experiencing new things.
I'm convinced this message is 100% real, and I think you will too when I tell you who Satoshi is. But I completely understand everyone's skepticism with all of the things going on in the community at the time. The email originates from the original Vista mail servers and was not spoofed in any way. The domain owner hadn't changed since 2007. This email was never compromised. Now let's take a look at the writing style. Notice the double space after a period, and Satoshi writes in British English. Notice the spelling of honor. I know there's still some room for doubt here, but that's kind of the point. I'm certain he could have proved his identity. But the goal of this message was to influence people. Once Bitcoin XT failed, there was no longer a reason to follow up. Our final clue is that Satoshi Nakamoto is against a larger block size in the present day, and it's time for me to reveal who he is. When it comes to this or any topic, I have to say the simplest answer is likely correct, and it's no surprise that one candidate literally matches every single detail to Satoshi Nakamoto. Despite how many people will tell you that Satoshi Nakamoto was a collective or Satoshi Nakamoto was made by the government, there's not really any evidence to suggest that. If you recall from part 2, I stated that Satoshi was either trying to throw us off the trail at everything
Okay, it's Nordic Stan.
or the clue should be